What is going on, YouTube family and friends out there? Lamont at large, and today I'm gonna come at you with a personal story about how yours truly almost got arrested. That's right, I almost got arrested right here at the Burbank airport. Without further ado, let's get right into the story and I'll tell you exactly what happened. Normally, when I travel from city to city, it's via my van. I didn't start flying semi-regularly until I believe early last year. So, step into my time machine. We're gonna go back to September 20th of 2023. Now, at this point in time, I'm in Los Angeles, California. I'm burnt out. I've been traveling for the last 2 months via rental cars, sleeping in motels, and I am burnt out on the whole travel thing. So I booked a ticket leaving from Burbank Airport, and I'm flying out to Orlando, Florida, because I'm attending the 2023 CrimeCon, which is being held in Orlando. I got a funny story about CrimeCon, maybe for a future video. Fun fact, they don't like my channel. I didn't know that until a couple months ago. Oh well, what are you gonna do? So I'm getting on a plane here and I'm flying first to Phoenix, then we're changing planes, and then from Phoenix, Arizona, we're gonna fly straight to Orlando, Florida. Now, I was born in Los Angeles, California, and if you have been there, you know that in some areas of the city, it could be very, very dangerous, especially if you're holding a camera and you're talking to it, because I don't know about any vloggers out there, other vloggers, but when I'm vlogging and I'm in LA, it's the only city that I get like weird vibes from people because they're looking at you because they're trying to figure out who you are. Maybe I'm thinking they're gonna rob me or something, or they think I'm some famous YouTuber or something like that. They think I got money. I don't know. I'm not paranoid. There's a lot of robberies that happen in Los Angeles. Los Angeles has a very large infestation of gang members and a lot of mentally ill people. It's quite common knowledge that other cities and states send their mentally ill people here because there's a lot of them here and I don't see them anywhere else as much as I see them here. With that being said, when you're in Los Angeles, you want to have something on you at all times, especially when you're doing vlogs, because you seem to attract a lot of these weird people who want to get in your video, who want to say stupid things, who want to think that you're somebody that you're not. And in that regard, it gets you like a very uneasy feeling. So before I came out here, I sent myself in the mail some mace and a baton, a collapsible baton, kind of like what I'm showing you on the screen. The reason why I mailed it is because I didn't believe that it would be allowed on the plane, so I said, let me just mail it to myself. That way I kind of have something on me. That way when I'm doing any kind of video, anybody wants to do something stupid, I can kind of diffuse the situation with a quick whack to the side of a meaty thigh. So I come through the airport and I go to the ticket counter, I pre-board, do all that stuff. And just as I'm checking in my bag, I said, oh crap, I got my mace in my bag. So I tell the guy, I said, hey, I got a can of mace in my bag. I said, let me just throw that away. Before he even put it on the conveyor belt to lead it to the plane. So he pulled it out. He's like, yeah, you can't take this on. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. You can have it. He's like, all right, cool. So he just, whatever. So they put the bag on the conveyor belt. So I got one backpack with me. I'm going through the checkpoint and I put my bag through the x-ray, and normally every time I fly, my bag always gets a second screening because I got a lot of equipment in my bag. I got gimbals, I got microphones, I got cameras, and just drone, all that stuff. So I got a lot of stuff, so they always want to look at my stuff. Anyways, so they looking at the screen at the x-ray and they're looking at my bag, and I'm not even worried about it because they always do that. And so they take my bag, and then they say, "Hey, do you mind if we search your bag?" I'm like, "Go ahead, I don't care." So they're searching my bag, and they pulled out the baton, and I said, "Oh crap!" Now, I'm not nervous or scared because whatever. I believe they're just going to say like, "Yeah, you can't take this on board. We got to throw this away." I honestly thought that's what was going to happen. So the guy comes for the Burbank airport police guy, officer, I think his name is Stell, Stell. So he comes and he tells me like to have a seat in this, the bad section. You remember in school, the bad table when you were bad? Now, I never sat at the bad table because, as a 7-year-old, my teacher, she foreseen my comedic prowess. So she allowed me to stay in the middle of the class and entertain the children. So I'm sitting in the chair and I'm like, why are they having me sit here? This is so weird. And so they're like taking everything out of my bag. Like now I'm a complete scumbag, taking everything out of my bag. And blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And I'm getting nervous now, not because of what's taking place, but I'm going to miss my flight. And I said, oh, crap. I said, what the hell did I just do? So finally, this guy's like, all right. He goes, you have a baton in your bag. He goes, that's an illegal weapon in California. So I said, I'm not laughing at this point now because I'm very, very heated and I'm very quiet. So I said, it's an illegal weapon in California? And he says, yeah, you're not allowed to possess this weapon. I said, okay, interesting. So he's talking to the security's talking to him. Now, I have a thought in my mind, am I going to go to jail? Are they going to take me to jail? I have no idea. And so I'm just sitting there, and then finally he says, okay, he goes, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to allow you to get on your plane, but we're writing you a ticket for the weapon that you tried to take on board. Because, knowingly, because I tried to take a weapon on board. And so I'm looking at this ticket, and I'm like, oh, crap. Like another thing on my criminal record. That's all I need. And he gives me the ticket to sign, and as soon as I'm signing it, this guy, of course he had to say this. He says, I could have taken you to jail. Now, to any cop who's watching this, and I'm sure some of you out there that are police watch my videos, when you say that to somebody, you think you're making it out that you're a nice guy. You're actually making it out that you're an a-hole. And that's how we see it. We don't see it like, oh, you're such a nice guy for not taking me to jail. We see it as you're being an a-hole because you're trying to assert your authority, which you don't need to do because you could already take us to jail. That's not needed in this situation. So when he said that, I can't say on this channel what I want to say, but I had a moment, and a few of you out there know what I'm talking about. I had a moment where I'm like, okay, when he told me that, oh, I could take you to jail, I said, are we gonna have that moment where I'm gonna just say, F it, you're gonna take me to jail? So finally, I took like 3 deep breaths. And I said, okay, like, Lamont, don't do this. You're going to go to CrimeCon and have a horrible time. But at least you get to meet a true crime YouTuber. Hello, Kimberly, if you're watching. So I said, okay. So I bit my lip, both of them, and I signed a ticket, and they allowed me to get on my plane. So basically, the story ends here at the Burbank Superior Court. So I had a court date on the ticket for December 20th, which I didn't want to attend because I didn't feel like flying out here. So I called a couple different attorneys, and I'm not sure why the magic number for attorneys out here is $4,000, but every attorney that I called wanted $4,000 just to show up for me at court and handle everything. So thank God I called attorney Mike Kligian with the trafficattorneys.com, who handled my case for only $1,500. And he did a remarkable job. He got my case dismissed. There is proof right there. However, I don't know why, but the prosecutor in this case had it in for me because they brought up my criminal past. Yes, my criminal past. Okay, I have a bit of a criminal past. Well, as you can see right here, I was arrested here in Burbank on April 1st, 1995. It says burglary. Ooh, bad, scary. Lamont, very bad person. You're a thief. That was true. Me and my friends went to a Kmart to steal some spray paint because we were doing graffiti. And when you're a kid and you don't have a job, how else are you supposed to get spray paint other than to steal it? And we actually didn't get caught stealing the spray paint, but somebody called the police on us because one of my friends was rude to him at Taco Bell. And they could hear that we were carrying a bunch of spray paint and we were pulling out the spray paint and you know, bragging to each other like, oh, I stole 20 cans. Well, I stole 22. And so my friend back talked to the guy and he called the police on us. And so they quickly took me to jail right here. And my poor mother had to come here on the bus to come get me out of this little room that I was kept in at the time. So they brought up my criminal past from when I was 16 years old, and they also brought this up because apparently I didn't learn my lesson because I came back out here like 2 weeks later, and me and my friend were going to go shoplifting. And they called the police on us at the store. So they didn't arrest us, but you can see there's like some conspiracy charge because they're like, we know you're going to shoplift. And we're like, no, we were just in here putting things in our pockets so we can walk up to the register to pay for them. So anyways, and then the other stuff, graffiti vandalism, blah, blah, blah. So they did bring that up to me as, okay, this guy has a past criminal record and he hasn't learned his lesson yet because he's carrying illegal weapons into California. So we need to smack him like on the backside. So they basically told my attorney, if he does 20 hours of community service, then we will dismiss the case. And I travel a lot, so I was asking them, do I have to do the community service out in California or can I do it somewhere else? They said you can do it wherever you want as long as it's a nonprofit. So I ended up doing my community service, all 20 hours at a homeless shelter in Albuquerque. And let me tell you, Albuquerque, if you don't live there or you've never been there, it has a very intense homeless problem. For the population, it seems to be as bad, if not worse, than Los Angeles, if you can believe that or not. So I got that done. I got that taken care of. They dismissed the case, and here I am, a free man. Now, we have to ask ourselves, did I learn my lesson? And the answer is absolutely not. No, I will continue to carry what I need on me to make myself feel protected and feel safe. And sometimes if I feel I need to carry a baton that collapses, that I can kind of stick it in my pocket, and if somebody comes out and I go, and I say back away from me, I'm gonna do that. If I need to carry something else, I'm gonna do that too. I'll leave it with you. I'll leave you with this. Remember guys, when seconds count and you're in an emergency and you are in danger, always remember, when seconds count, the police are always minutes away. Catch up with you on the next vlog. No collapsible batons in California, okay? Or you'll have to talk to these guys. See you on the next video. Peace out.